Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WedPro Business Solutions. I'm your host, Kristina Stubblefield. This week, I want to talk about content. Aren't you all so excited? I have recently been hearing from people all over the spectrum from they don't know what content to post, or they're trying to batch ahead and they're just not sure what topics to cover. I'm going to let you in on something that I've been doing to help me and my team with content. Are you ready? Let's dive into this because content should not be that difficult, especially for those in the wedding industry. And here's why I say that. For 20 years, I've been working with all different types of businesses. And I really believe that wedding professionals have such an advantage with content. Why? Because they have a plethora of content to pull from. And what I mean by this is there's constantly meetings going on with engaged couples. You have the actual events. You have photos and videos from those events. There's so many opportunities there with content on a regular basis where other industries they have to really create that content. They're not involved with events and things like that. So when I say this, I really mean it. You have a plethora of content. It is just figuring it out how to turn that into post, whether it be static or videos, reels, TikToks, blogs, updating your website, etc. Here's what I've been doing. When I'm at different meetings or having different conversations, I have a section in my digital notebook that I write down topic ideas. It may be from frequently asked questions throughout the week. It may be different conversations that I have with vendors that are dealing with the same pain points. It may be that I've come in contact with engaged couples and I'm hearing them talk about their different platforms or ways they're looking up information or vendors. I make sure I pay attention to what I'm hearing. And if something resonates with me, if something strikes me as, wow, that's interesting, or I haven't heard it that way, I jot it down. Now, before you go thinking, oh my gosh, there she goes, adding something else to my plate. I don't want you to overcomplicate it. Whatever you use right now for your meeting notes, whether it's a day planner, a notebook, a digital notebook, or an app in your phone, however you do it right now, just jot it down right there. Then, when you go to work on the content for your website, your social media, whatever it is, I think a lot of times we get in our own way. And I put myself right in the mix of this because it's something that I've struggled with. You constantly overthink things. Instead of taking action, you're trying to worry about something. Instead of taking action, you're worried about really getting something perfected. And that's why something I've been utilizing is something I just call messy action. It's not perfect, but I'm taking action. And the reason that I'm diving into this topic more is because conversations I'm having with wedding professionals, several, not just one or two, this content is a struggle for them. And it might be that they have pictures and videos, but they're not sure what topics to talk about. They've heard me or someone else say, you shouldn't just go out on social media and post nothing but all about the services you offer. I would agree with that. However, you have to be visible online, whatever platforms that is that you're using. And I'm including your website and blog in this because those are so important. So, going forward, after you have a meeting with an engaged couple or another wedding vendor, or you're at a networking event, or whatever the case may be, just take 5 minutes and jot down some of the topics that were discussed. You're going to find this becomes a list of content ideas that you can utilize for your business. And this right here can separate you from everyone else. And what I mean by that is when you post out content, wherever it is, your website, blog, social media, online listings, wherever it is, that is topics that are being discussed, it is going to resonate more with people. You're going to start attracting more people that you want to work with. If these topics are being discussed in conversations that you're part of, they are probably going on elsewhere as well. It's not just the few people that you're around that are dealing with these same issues, are wondering the same thoughts, are having the same questions. When you use popular topics in your content, you're going to start to attract people that you want to work with. You're also going to be able to connect with potential clients on a deeper level. You stand the chance to resonate with them because they're having the same thoughts, same questions, wondering the same things that you're helping answer or providing a solution for those, or you're shedding a light on it. And when you build a stronger connection with people, they tend to turn into leads, which can then turn into booked events. I feel like when the term content creation comes up, people start to cringe because they don't know exactly where to start, or they have so much content to pull from, they're not exactly sure what to use. This is the tip. Start jotting down topics, questions, discussions that come up that you're around. Use those topics for creating content, whether it be graphics, videos, blog posts, updating your website. The thing I'd like for you to take away from this is don't get so caught up in it that you end up being in your own way and not sharing out your expertise, your experience to the online world. Because one thing is clear, your online perception precedes you. And I don't say that to scare you, but if you hold all of this knowledge and information inside and you don't share it out in whatever type of format, people that find you online can't know how amazing you are as a wedding vendor. They can't begin to understand the solutions you can provide for their special day. And that's what I want to start breaking down this barrier about content being such a hurdle. Go off of the term I shared with you, messy action. There are so many softwares and tools out there to help you take content ideas and turn them into blog posts, Facebook, Instagram posts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos for your blog or your website. The list goes on and on. You're probably getting my point. Don't overcomplicate it. Share with the world your experiences. That right there is going to showcase what you have to offer, as well as your expertise. I hope that this helps you either get started on your content library and start to get content out on a regular basis. Or if you're already doing that and you're trying to batch content out further, I hope you found this tip helpful. Just jot down those ideas, those conversations, jot down some bullet points from them so you can use that when you're making your content. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already joined my free Facebook group, I encourage you to do so. WedPro Business Solutions. You find that we post out additional strategies, tips, software, and information in addition to the weekly podcast. You can connect with me on other social media channels. Just find WedPro Solutions. Also, if you don't already know, in addition to these episodes being on your favorite podcast platform, as well as YouTube, where you can watch each episode, we now put out a blog post about each podcast episode every week that you can go and read a condensed version of the podcast episode. So until next time, everyone, keep working on your businesses, and I hope to see you in the Facebook group.